Alright, here we go. Here's my odometer gauges, and you'll see that there's some residue from my old stickers. So if you are going to put stickers down, make sure they're behind this plastic so you won't see the sticker holding down the overlay. So I got some here and I can't get it off, but it won't be too noticeable. So before you print it on an overlay sheet, it's probably best to print it on paper to see if it fits. I wasted a bunch trying to get it to fit. You'll see my first try, the second hole didn't line up, so I didn't have the scaling right, so I went to 108%, and I went past it, and then my third try, it's now lining up. So another option is you could use, I could have used the original one, put it here, cut a circle, vice versa, cut a circle there, but I wanted to try it this way, all one sheet. Before I cut it out, I don't want to cut this off, but leave enough room for the tape to hold it down. Maybe I don't need to put tape there. Yeah, so that black line should cover it. And the rest can stay. So I will need to cut this off. Need to cut this off. We'll cut it there. There. Like that. Alright, got a cutting pad, got a white piece of paper so you can see it better, an X-Acto knife. I'll start by getting that ready. Now for this, I'll use scissors. So I went with scissors because this plastic is a little thick. This is much quicker. See how that goes on now. So that's how it will look. I like it. Alright, so we'll cut those holes out. So like I said, because this is just a window, I blocked it out so I don't need to cut it. but I will need to cut this for the pin that goes through for the needle to stop on. I'm going to try something here. I'm not going to cut it out. Alright, let me look at the pin. Here's the pin. So, maybe I'll just cut a little bit off like this. You know what I just noticed? This is the side the ink is on, or the toner, and these colors look more rich on the opposite side. So, what you'd have to do is you can invert your picture if you want a more richer color, and print it out. That might look better. I don't know if the camera shows it. This gives you a more matte finish, and this gives you like a glossy finish. Yeah. You can decide. I think I like both ways. Now let's see if my hole was right that I made. Should be. But this thing should cover it just exactly. So I'm going to stay right on the line. Cut a little quick there. There you go. So you'll see how these now fit in. Let's try these pins. Just want to go into this one. This one had the first hole I tried. I wonder if I just do it this way. It won't look as clean. Of course, I gotta make it worse. There you go. So now with it like that, I don't think I need tape on this. Oh, I forgot a hole for this. Now, if you've seen my other video, you'll see that I had all 4 of these used up, but I had just individual circles cut. By doing that, you can fit them all on one page. And if there's an alignment issue like what I had, you can easily adjust it and not have to print out many. Alright, so I'm going to rely on this to hold it down. That will be a little bumpy though. It shouldn't affect the needle. You know what, let's push it down, see what it does. Missing a step before you put this down. Oh look, there's a bump here. So if you look here, there's 3 little holes right here. That's what was kind of stopping it. So there's a hole right here. Right here. Then you have a spring that goes into here, and that's your push button. And then you have an adjustment. Oops, wrong one. Push button looks like that. It's just a cross. And then you have this thing goes into here to adjust your brightness, and then this goes on. So it's all clicked in. Bottom's clicked in. There you go. So it does hold it down. Now for the needles. The hole's very tiny, but it's tapered on the inside, so you're just going to put it centered into it. What I'm doing now is I want to spin the needle this way. So I start heavy, or I start on the high side, and you'll see here the needle stopping it here. What I'm trying to do is, that's actually 0 where it stopped, and you can see it can spin this way. So that's the 0 point, and what I can do is I can spin it. It's still, and what's happening is the needle isn't moving, or the pin on the inside isn't moving, but the needle's moving over top. So I'm just gonna rotate that. You'll see now here's 2 is the 0, and just rotate it until I hit the needle. And now that's going to be 0. And I'm going to do the same for the speed. Already I'm at 0. So when I took the needles off, they were already at 0, but this is good for setting the needles to where they belong. And for these guys, there is no stop. Oh wait, there is, yes. My mistake. Same idea. As I showed you in the first video, my needle was just below the line, right about there. So that's where I want to end. So now you can see it stops right there. Same for the fuel. there you go. I can put this cover back on. And there you have it. And just need to put the screws back on. I just had to take most of them out. This will cover in a video I'm going to make in the future of how to install LED lights. It's quite simple. Let me give you a preview here. So here's I'll show you, give you a little preview. Like I said, I'll to replace bulbs in your dash, I purchased LED lights. It looks like the bottom of a bulb with an LED on top. These are SMD surface mount diodes, and they're not as good as the other LEDs I had in my previous video. So I'm not too happy with how bright they are. I'll explain to you why. I think I'm going to try and purchase some other types to see if they work any different, and that way I can show you a video on that. So, anyways, but you can go ahead and try it yourself. One important thing is, unlike light bulbs, LEDs are polarity sensitive, so they can only go one way. So when I did replace these bulbs, half of them didn't work. And it was all I had to do is just take it out, spin it 180, and then put it back in. And you'll see there's a contact here and the contact on the other side, and two contacts here. One is positive, one is negative. And I was just rotating at 180 to get it working. So it made it kind of a pain because you had to put it in the car and turn your car on to see if they all worked, and then you had to take the gauge back out. But taking the gauge out was easy on my car, so not a big deal. There you go. Thanks for watching.